talking about a deceitful and highly discredited so-called journalist who's made a profession of peddling hoaxes time and time again. Nobody was texting war plans, and that's all I have to say about that.
I'm going to be responsible here and not disclose the things that I read and saw. I will describe them to you. The specific time of a future attack, specific targets, including human targets, meant to be killed in that attack, weapons systems, even weather reports, or, that the government is I don't know why Hegseth was sharing it with everybody. I mean, the precise detail, and then a long section on sequencing. This is going to happen, then that is going to happen. After that happens, this happens, then that happens, and then we go and find out if it worked. I mean, he can say that it wasn't a war plan, but it was a minute by minute accounting of what was about to happen, organized by CENTCOM, Central Command, which is the military oversight group of the Middle East, the broader Middle East. This is their plan, and he was taking their plan and sharing it with a bunch of civilian leaders. It's interesting because as I'm reading it at 11:44 a.m. on Saturday morning, the 15th, seeing that the Houthis are not going to know about this for another couple hours.
And you know about it.
Well, and I know about it, and I'm thinking to myself, honestly, I'm thinking to myself, well, I'm glad that Mike Waltz didn't invite a Houthi into the group, or a Russian spy, or an adversary of the United States. But put that aside. I'm reading this, and I'm wondering, not only why am I reading this, but why would the Secretary of the Treasury need to know the precise attack sequence of this upcoming operation? Again, I don't want to talk about weapons systems, packages, targets in any specificity because, I'm trying to be, I want to be a responsible person, and I'm more interested in the decision making anyway than I am in the actual technical details of it. But the whole thing is just very flummoxing to me because I haven't seen this kind of unserious behavior before. And, and the Secretary of Defense, all due respect, in that presentation seems like a person who's unserious and is trying to deflect from the fact that he participated in a conversation on an unclassified commercial messaging app that he probably shouldn't have participated.
I don't know anything about it. You're telling me about it for the first time.
Trump's top team astonished the world after highly sensitive war plans were leaked. Bombshell messages also revealed the level of contempt some of Trump's inner circle feel for their European allies. Secret exchanges on the messaging app Signal were mistakenly sent to the editor-in-chief of The Atlantic magazine, Jeffrey Goldberg, and were centered around the military strikes against Houthi strongholds in Yemen. A user identified as Vice President J.D. Vance expressed his concerns about the strikes, but ultimately agreed to go along with U.S. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth's plan, before adding, "I just hate bailing Europe out again." Hegseth responded with, "I fully share your loathing of European freeloading. It's pathetic." The message leak has caused Mike Waltz to face being kicked out of office, as he's believed to have been the official who added the editor-in-chief to the group. President Donald Trump has since denied any knowledge of the leaked messages.
I don't know anything about it. I'm not a big fan of The Atlantic. To me, it's a magazine that's going out of business. I think it's not much of a magazine, but I know nothing about it.